Yo, what is up? Welcome back. Today, we're tracking down a mystery suspect that is literally stealing from you right now. You see this money? You think it's safe in your piggy bank? You think it's gonna buy you the same amount of V-Bucks or Takis in 5 years? Think again. There is a silent boss battle happening in the economy called inflation. It's why your parents are always like, back in my day, a movie ticket cost a nickel. And you're like, okay, boomer, sure. But guess what? They aren't lying. Today, we are going to speed run the economy. We're talking level 1. What is inflation? The big yikes. Level 2. The 3 main types. And level 3. Why printing infinite money is actually a terrible idea. Okay, imagine you have a superpower. You travel back to the year 1950. You walk into a diner with $1. In 1950, that dollar gets you a burger, a milkshake, fries, and change back. Life is good. Now, warp back to 2024. You walk into that same diner with that same dollar. What happens? The waiter looks at you and says, "Bruh, that doesn't even cover the tax on the ketchup packet. That is inflation." It's not that the burger got bigger, it's that your money got weaker. Inflation means prices go up and your money's power goes down. It's like your dollar hit the gym but did 0 reps. It got weak. But let me explain this with a video game story. Think of an MMORPG. There's a legendary sword in the shop for 1,000 gold. It's the GOAT item, super rare. But suddenly, the game devs decide to give every single player 1 million gold for free. Instant rich status. Now everyone is a millionaire. You run to the shop to buy the sword. But wait, the shopkeeper isn't dumb. He sees everyone has millions. Is he gonna sell the rarest sword for just 1,000 gold? Nope. He changes the price to 10 million gold. Even though you have more money, the sword is now harder to get. That is exactly what inflation feels like. Too much money, chasing the same amount of stuff. To understand why this happens, we gotta talk about the 2 rulers of the economy kingdom, supply and demand. Supply is just how much stuff there is. Like, how many sneakers or video games exist in the world? Demand is how badly you and the squad want it. If everyone wants it, demand is high. Let's look at the sneaker drop. Imagine a famous YouTuber drops a limited edition hoodie. It is straight fire. But they only made 100 hoodies. That is LOW supply. But 100,000 fans want one. That is high demand. When demand is high and supply is low, prices go to the moon. It's a bidding war. People start shouting, "I'll pay $50. I'll pay $100. I'll pay $500. That price hike? That's inflation at work. But it works the other way too. If the YouTuber makes 10 billion hoodies and only 5 people want them, the price crashes. They'll be giving them away for free at the dollar store just to get rid of them. So inflation usually happens when there is too much money chasing too few goods. Alright, level up. Let's unlock the 3 flavors of inflation. These are the main villains of our story. Villain number 1, demand pull inflation, or as I call it, the hype monster. This is the sneaker drop example. Everyone is rich, everyone wants to buy, but factories are too slow. Imagine everyone gets a job paying $1,000 an hour. Everyone runs to buy a Lambo, but there are only 2 Lambos. The dealership sees this and doubles the price. The demand is pulling the price up. Villain number 2, cost push inflation. The sneaky one. This happens when it gets expensive to make the stuff. Let's look at the slime factory. To make slime, you need glue. Usually, glue costs $1. You sell slime for $5. But suddenly, boom, a glue factory explosion. There is a glue shortage. Now glue costs $4 a bottle. If you sell your slime for $5, you make almost 0 profit. You have to push your price up to $8 just to survive. The cost to make it push the price up. Villain number 3, hyperinflation. The final boss. This is when the government prints money like it's going out of style. Real history story. In the 1920s in Germany, they printed so much money it became worthless trash. Kids, literally kids, were using stacks of money as Lego blocks to build forts. It was cheaper to play with money than to buy toys. People needed a cart of cash just to buy bread. By the time they walked to the store, the price went up, and they needed 2 carts full of cash to buy bread. That is hyperinflation. So you're probably thinking, yo, why don't we just stop printing money? Why don't we freeze prices? Here is the wild part. A little bit of inflation is actually good. I know, sounds sus. If you knew that a PS5 was going to be cheaper next year, you would wait to buy it, right? You wouldn't spend your money today. You'd keep it in your pocket. And if everyone waits, nobody buys anything. If nobody buys anything, companies don't make money. If companies don't make money, they fire workers. The economy freezes. It's called deflation, and it's actually worse than inflation. So the government tries to keep inflation at like 2%. Just enough to make you say, I better buy this now. It encourages you to spend, keeps factories running, and keeps people employed. It's a delicate balance, fam. So let's recap the loot we got today. Inflation means your money gets weaker over time. Demand pull is when everyone wants the same stuff. Too much hype. Cost push is when the ingredients get expensive, like the glue for the slime. And hyperinflation is when money becomes toilet paper. Don't print too much cash, kids. If you want to beat inflation, you can't just hide your cash under a mattress. It will rot there. You gotta learn about investing, stocks, gold, or maybe your own business. But that's a video for another day. Comment down below. If you printed $1 billion today, what's the first thing you'd buy before inflation hit? Don't forget to yeet that like button, subscribe to the tribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.